For the best in ProLab products and services, visit bayphoto.com.
Hi, I'm Suzette Allen, hybrid photographer specializing in talking portraits. So we're going to talk to you today about audio and microphone options. There's a lot of different options out there, and we're going to do a test to show you what they sound like, different kinds of equipment, and then you can decide what tool is best for you. They're all good solutions, just depends on your job and the ambient noise that is present. As you can see, I'm completely mic'd up. We're going to be using the on-camera mic. We're going to show you a shotgun mic on the camera and also on a stand. We have a hardwired lavalier and we have a wireless lavalier. So let's do some tests at different distances and you can see how they sound. So for the on-camera mic and the shotgun mic, what we're going to do is show you what they sound like at 3 foot and 5 foot. And then of course my optimal shooting distance would be 10 foot because it looks better with people. But with those mics, sometimes you need to be closer. So then you get to have an idea of what it sounds like. Let's get started. We're going to start off with the in-camera mic. All cameras have one, and I'm at arm's length, and the reason is because that's usually where it sounds the best. The downside is that you got to use a wide-angle lens, which is probably not that flattering on my face. And you're likely to hear a lot more ambient noise with this because it's omnidirectional. You can probably hear the wind and all that. But this is 3 feet away, and this is what it sounds like at 5 feet away. Obviously, you can hear a little bit more wind and probably the road noise. This is my backyard, and we do have a highway that's maybe half a mile away. You can kind of hear the roar out there. So this is what it sounds like at 10 feet away. But I'm probably going to have to talk a lot louder for you to hear me all the way back here. By the way, I am zooming in a little bit to keep the framing of the portrait the same throughout the tests. So this is the Panasonic Directional mic, or a shotgun mic, and it is right on the camera. It is arm's length again. Now this is a directional mic. It picks up sound from right in front of it, but not so much from the sides. You're likely still to hear a lot of road noise, but let's check this out. And this is what it sounds like at 5 feet away. You may still be able to hear a little bit of the ambient noise around. This again is my 10-foot optimal distance, and the shotgun probably picks me up okay. I don't know. Is it loud enough? Can you hear me clearly? How's the road noise? Now sometimes when you want to shoot at this distance and you have a shotgun mic, you can bring it closer to you and use it on a stand. Let me show you what that sounds like. So here we have a shotgun mic on a stand right here in front of me, pointed at me. You can probably hear me a lot better now, rather than being 10 feet away. Now again, you are tethered by a little cord between here and the camera. So this one right here is an Audio-Technica Pro 70, and this is a hardwired lavalier mic. So it does have a little box here and it's battery powered, but of course you have this big tethered cord that goes either to your camera or a mixer, but it's relatively nondescript. So the nice thing about this is it's on your lapel and you can move around, although because it's a cord, a stationary subject is probably the best. It is a cardioid directional mic, so that means it's somewhat directional, but it may have a little bit of variance if you're speaking towards the left or to the right, or let's say you're working on a computer and you're looking down, it may be a little bit louder than when you're looking straight ahead. Now with any lavalier mic, since it's pinned to your clothing, you do have to be careful about when your client moves their clothes. You may hear a little bit of scratchiness on that, but that's just how it goes with any lavalier. Okay, so here's the last one. This is a wireless lavalier, and we have a transmitter, and of course there is a little receiver box, looks just like this on the camera. It's on the hot shoe with a little plug going into my audio jack for the Lumix GH3. The nice thing about this is not only can I be 10 feet away or more, it allows me to even walk away from the camera or speak away from the camera, and it picks it up evenly. It does give you lots more freedom. I'm not tethered by a cord or anything. I can just put this in my pocket. It is an omnidirectional mic, so you can decide if there's a difference of when you speak to the left or when you speak to the right, or speaking down towards the microphone or up at the camera. Since this is a wireless microphone, you'll probably have to go to the website to find out what frequency range is going to give you the most clear channels in your area. Remember, anytime you're doing audio, you should definitely have a headset on. Can you hear that? That plane flying over? That's the kind of thing that our minds just screen right out. But when you've got your headset on, you can hear it. You should always be aware of what your microphone is picking up, whether it's a lavalier mic or a shotgun or whatever. It's really important to be able to hear exactly what's going on. And sometimes, like even with a wireless, the battery could go out and you would have no idea unless you're monitoring it. So personally, I don't like to have the big headphones on, but even earbuds works. And if you need to be able to hear and interact, just keep one earbud in and keep the other one free. It will make the difference between good and excellent, and it'll also allow you to reshoot if you need to, when if you find out later, it might be too late. So let's talk about prices. Well, first of all, the in-camera mic is paid for because it's in your camera. Then we've got the shotgun mic or the directional mic. And the one I'm using is the Panasonic one made for the Lumix GH3, and it runs about $250. But you can look at a Rode brand, spelled R-O-D-E, and they have mics ranging from $120 on up. Next we have the Audio-Technica Pro 70. That is the hardwire mic, the lavalier, and it runs around $95. Of course, you can go up from there, but honestly, if you're gonna spend more than that, you might as well get a wireless one. And the next mic is the Sennheiser G3 with the ME2 wireless. That one runs about $600. And while that's definitely the most expensive one, it is really a good mic and gives you the most flexibility. Now, one thing, if you're only gonna use a mic like that on occasion, you may be able to rent one. So look into your rental houses nearby. So remember, all of these tools are good tools, and it really depends on the job you're shooting, the ambient noise, and the end product, whether or not the audio is going to be significant or not. So I hope this has been helpful on your journey to hybrid photography.
For the best in ProLab products and services, visit aphoto.com.